Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Alheri Ebenezer. In today's video, we'll be talking about the virtuous woman. Each and every woman on earth, I believe, wants to become a virtuous woman, but are everything you're doing aligning with what a virtuous woman should be called or what a virtuous woman is? In today's video, we'll be highlighting everything or every steps you should do. I will first of all talk to you about what a virtuous woman does, and then we shall get through from there. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband trusts so much in her, so he has no need for spoil. She will do him good all the days of her life, not just one day of her life and the rest of the days she's misbehaving. Do you do your husband good all the days of your life? Like, have you made up your mind to do your husband good all the days of your life? That is what a virtuous woman is. The scripture is written here. I want to read each and everything so that you understand. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good all the days of her life, and not evil. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength, and strengthens her arms. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hand to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretched out her hands to the poor, yea, she reached forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow, for her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sits among the elders of the land. She maketh fine lining, and selleth it, and delivereth girdle unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looked well to the ways of her household, and eats not the bread of idleness. That's another point. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praise her. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excelled them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but the woman who feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hand, and let her own words praise her in the gates. So guys, the virtuous woman, we can see this from honoring her husband. We can hear that a virtuous woman, her price is far above rubies. Another thing we should try to understand is her husband's heart trusts so much in her, because he's not wondering whether if I trust this woman with something, she would misuse it or use it against me, right? And then a virtuous woman wish her husband well. She wish him good and not evil all the days of her life. So if you're a virtuous woman, you should also and always look out for how you should do your husband good. Then another thing I agree so much with is the fact that, she considerate a field and buys it. So in our world now, we talk about real estate, right? It is not just a man, because the man is meant to provide. He is not only the one who should consider buying a land and saving it for the future. Even you as a woman, we are meant to understand that A virtuous woman considereth a land. Like a virtuous woman works with her hand, right? She does not eat the bread of idleness. She does not just sit down at home and folds her hand doing nothing. She goes out, she purchases merchandise, she gets goods, and then she sell it to make money. She clothes her home, she clothes her own family. And one thing that I want you people to understand is favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. A lot of us women keep saying, we're beautiful, so we are a speck. It's not all about beauty. It's not all about the outward appearance, but a virtuous woman works hard with her hands. Willingly, she works. She provides food also. She buys land. She works with her hands. She does not eat the bread of idleness. She's not idle. She's not staying at home doing nothing. And another thing is, she opens her mouth with wisdom. Even me myself, I think I'm guilty of this, right? Most times we get carried away by emotions and then we just speak because in our head we just feel like just dishing it out. A virtuous woman speaks with wisdom. She considers everything she says. She does not just talk out everything. Speaks with wisdom. And another thing is, at the end of the day, her children call her blessed and her husband also praises her. So do your children call you blessed? What kind of woman are you? Do you plan to be a woman that your children will not even want to come close to you, talking of calling you blessed? Don't you want your husband to praise you? So if you want your husband to praise you, you want your children to call you blessed, then you should work on becoming a virtuous woman. And also the fact that we want to be better and we want to become the best version of ourselves in every day of our lives. What are you doing? Many daughters has done virtuously. You're not the only virtuous woman. A lot of daughters has done virtuously well, but will everybody now stretch out their hands and say, wow, other women too are virtuous, but you have excelled them all? You have excelled as like you have surpassed them all. What are you doing? What is that thing you are meant to do? And one thing about being a virtuous woman is about getting inclined, like getting in tuned with your purpose in life. What is your purpose in life? Your purpose in life might help you in becoming the best version of yourself, the best mother and the best wife to your children and to your husband. And we also understand that, see, she maketh clothes, like she feeds even her needs. That means even her helps. She makes clothes, she goes, she gets her food from afar. She's not idle. She is not just there. She works so hard to make sure that everything works well for her at the end of the day. So, do you want to be called the Proverbs 31 woman? What is a Proverbs 31 woman? I've read all the scripture for you to understand, okay? So next time, if you're about to say something, are you sure you're talking with wisdom? She talks with wisdom. She opens her mouth with wisdom. Next time you're doing anything, try to ask yourself questions like, what can I do to make my husband trust me more? What can I do to make sure that the name of my husband is being praised even in the midst of elders? This is a note to myself too, and this is a note to everyone watching me. If you want to become a virtuous woman, or you're working towards becoming a virtuous woman, or you want to be called a virtuous woman, next time if you want to say anything, any word want to come out of your mouth, just pause and ask yourself this question: what I'm about to say, is it a word of wisdom? Like, am I speaking with wisdom? So that you don't end up saying trash at the end of the day. You speak, the virtuous woman opens her mouth with wisdom. What you're saying, does it make people? Does it make you or mar you? Your words have a long way to go. Guys, I hope you understand and you enjoy every bit of this video. If you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a lovely comment. Thank you so much, and see you.